Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Taylor Lauren here. Here on my channel, I talk about my life as a beauty queen, as a wife, and as a mama. So if any of that content interests you, then just keep on watching. Today we are going to be continuing with our diaper series, and I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks with y'all on how to prevent diaper rash. So all of these tips are preventative measures. If your child does have a diaper rash, I would just advise that you follow your pediatrician's recommendations. I've been a nanny for 10 years and my daughter is 14 months old now, and I'm happy to say that she's never had a diaper rash. When you have your baby, people will tell you that a diaper rash is inevitable. It's going to happen. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think there are definitely things that you can do to prevent it. In most cases that I've seen as a child care provider, diaper rash is preventable if you just implement some better hygiene tips and application tips on how you are using diaper cream and the brands of diapers and wipes that you're using and all of those types of things. So if you want to get into these preventative tips to avoid diaper rash, then keep on watching. Okay, y'all, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is diaper rash cream, butt cream, whatever you want to call it. I will say that you should not be applying it after every diaper change, unless there is like an active rash. In the case of preventative measures, don't overdo it with the diaper cream, with the butt cream. You want to use it sparingly. I recommend just applying once a day, and you don't need to start using it until your baby starts having regular poopy diapers or regular bowel movements. So when they're in that newborn stage and they're probably just like pooping once a day, and the rest of their diapers are just pee diapers, you don't need to be using it then. I would say start using the diaper cream once you get the go-ahead from your pediatrician to start on solids or what is it like the baby rice and oatmeal and all those types of things. Once you start introducing foods that will give them regular bowel movements, then I would say start on the diaper rash cream, because up until that point their systems, are pretty pure, and you don't need to be putting such strong creams on their little tender bottoms that early. So once you start using it, once they start having regular bowel movements, I would say just apply it once a day. You don't need to apply it after every diaper change. I recommend applying it at night before bedtime, and I say this because you have to think of diaper cream almost like skincare. And as an adult, you should do most of like your supplementary skincare and all of your creams and serums at night, because when you're resting and when you're sleeping, that is when your body is healing and rejuvenating itself. You have your cell turnover rate and your body's replenishing itself and everything. The same applies for our babies. So I would just say apply it at night when their body is rejuvenating and healing. Now, as far as the types of diaper creams, I really love Desitin and the Boudreaux butt paste. Now, I prefer the Desitin just because it's a creamier cream. It's a smoother application. The Boudreaux is very, very thick. They're both effective. They both work very well. I've used both of them for years as a nanny, and we personally went with Desitin for Blair, for my daughter. But they're both, great. It just depends on, I guess, the application or the consistency of the product that you prefer. So those are my tips for the butt cream part. Use it sparingly. Just pick a time of day to use it. Don't start using it until your baby has regular bowel movements. And once you start using it, find a brand that you like and stick to it. Again, it's like skincare. You don't know what's working if you're, constantly using a million different products. I believe in being faithful to products that work for you when it comes to your baby, because their skin is so delicate. So let's move on to the next tip. The next one is a big one, and it is to change your baby often. Do not let your baby sit in their soiled diapers for too long. I talked about this in my all about disposable diapers video. I think a great rule of thumb is to change your baby every 2 hours. Every 2 hours. If you want to change them, more frequently, that's fine too. But 2 hours is like the max. Do not let them sit in their diaper for more than 2 hours. Um, it's just like hygiene. Just just don't let them sit longer than that because although their um, bodily waste is like purer than ours, it is still bodily waste, and you wouldn't want to have to sit in your mess for a long time. So don't do your baby like that. Don't let their diapers get full and swelled. Change your baby often. It's just good hygiene, and it will help prevent diaper rash. So that's pretty self-explanatory. All right, next tip, I mentioned it earlier, but be loyal not only to, whatever brand of diaper cream that works for you, but whatever brand of diapers and wipes that work for you as well. If you're constantly changing brands, then your baby's skin has to get used to that formula. And sometimes if you're switching out too many brands, it can cause irritation to the skin. So make sure that once you find diapers and wipes that work for you, stick with it. Once if your baby doesn't seem to have a reaction to it, if you like the feel and how it molds to your baby's butt and how much wear you can get out of the diapers and wipes, stick to it. Do not change out the brands too often because it can cause irritation to the skin. I've said it multiple times, we are a Huggies family. Huggies Little Movers are the diapers that we like, and we use the Huggies Natural Care wipes, the green tea and cucumber formula, and we love it, and Blair's skin loves it. So once you find the brand that works for you, stick with it because your baby's skin will thank you for it in the long run. Okay, the last and final tip to help prevent diaper rash: let your baby's butt air out. In between, diaper changes, if you're at home or if you're in a comfortable place, just, let them be free for a little bit. Don't immediately put the diaper back on them. Fan them out, let them get some air. Their butts are always covered. We as adults go commando every so often, and it has benefits for us. The same thing goes for your baby. Their butts are always covered in like a thick, cottony, stretchy material. It doesn't always have time to breathe or to air out. So make sure that you're giving your baby that freedom or that luxury to go commando, just so that they can air out every now and then and they can get some fresh air on their little tushies. So those are all of the tips that I have, you guys. I hope that it was helpful. I hope it works for you. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.